If you own a Polaris Slingshot and plan on adding some 12-volt accessories, then our FC1 fuse block is an essential upgrade for you. The fuse block allows you to run up to 6 independently fused circuits with an individual power and ground terminal for each. The fuse block also offers an onboard relay that allows you to select whether you want to run your circuit off a constant 12 volts or a switched ignition 12 volts, simply by adjusting your fuse position. We also offer an optional harness that will come with all the wiring you need to successfully and safely install this accessory fuse box in your Slingshot. The harness is compatible with 2015 to 2019 Slingshot models with a battery located in the rear of the vehicle, as well as 2020 and newer Slingshots with the battery located up front. Now, without further ado, allow us to walk you through the installation on our Shop 2020 Slingshot.
Before you begin, make sure that your parking brake is engaged, your ignition is off, and that you've allowed your engine adequate time to cool. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove the 2 screws holding in the fuse block lid so that you can remove it. Then use a 5/16 open-end wrench and Phillips head screwdriver to attach the black plastic backing plate to the FC1 fuse block with the included hardware, making sure not to over-tighten. Then reinstall the fuse block lid. Now release your hood latch and open the hood. Disconnect your negative battery terminal. Next, we'll need to mount the fuse block on the driver's side of the Slingshot in this location here, so that we can determine how long the power wire and looming should be. Use an alcohol prep pad to clean the surface area that you'll be mounting to, as well as the underside of the plastic backing plate on the bottom of the fuse block. We'd recommend the use of Velcro to hold the fuse block in place so that you can remove it at any time if needed. Next, loosely run the included black wire looming along the frame, following the factory wiring harness from the positive battery terminal over to the fuse block location. Make sure to give yourself an extra foot or 2 of slack, then cut off any extra looming. Now remove the looming from the bike so that you can wrap it around the red power wire, starting from the side of the wiring with the inline fuse holder and working your way down. Route the power wire from the positive battery terminal over to the fuse block location. The side of the power wire with the inline fuse holder will be closest to the battery. Do not connect to the battery at this time. Next, take the remaining black looming and cover the yellow wire. Cutting off any excess plastic looming that remains. On the passenger side of the vehicle, locate the wiring coming off of the 12-volt cigarette lighter style power port on the back side of the glove box. Unplug the positive wire connector from the back of the power port. It should be a gray wire with a red stripe. Unscrew the cap on the included posi tap at the end of the yellow wire and slide the positive wire from the power port through the slit in the plastic on the cap. Then screw the two pieces of the posi tap back together so that they're snug. And reconnect the positive wire back onto the 12-volt power port terminal. Run that wire along the factory looming and over to the FC1 fuse block location. Use masking tape to wrap around the outside perimeter of this hood latch bolt. Then use a 13mm socket with ratchet to remove the bolt. We'll need to use sandpaper to remove the paint at this location so that we can establish a good ground connection for our fuse block. Once the raw metal is exposed, then remove the masking tape. Insert the hood latch bolt through the ring terminal on the black ground wire. Then reinstall the bolt and snug it back down. Use wire strippers to strip off the end of the black ground wire, as well as the wire that we just ran over from the Glovebox charge port. And lastly, strip off the end of the thicker gauge red power wire we ran over from the positive battery terminal location. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove the two screws holding on the lid of the fuse block so that you can remove it. Connect the black ground wire to the terminal labeled GND and snug down with a small flathead screwdriver. Then connect the thin gauge wire coming from the Glovebox charge port to the center terminal labeled plus VT and snug that down. Lastly, connect the thicker gauge red wire coming from the positive battery terminal location to the terminal labeled plus 12 VDC and snug down with a screwdriver. Your FC1 fuse block has 6 independently fused circuits. A variety of fuses ranging from 2 to 10 amps has been included with the fuse block. Make sure that the fuse you select for each circuit exceeds the normal operating amperage required for the mod that you're powering. You can also select whether each mod has full-time constant power or switched ignition power based on what 2 pins you use to insert each fuse. Once you've determined which fuse is sufficient for the 12-volt mod you'd like to power, you can connect the positive wire from your mod to the plus 12-volt output terminal on the block that corresponds to the fuse location you've selected for that mod. Then connect the negative wire from your mod to the ground terminal on the block. Reinstall your fuse block lid with the 2 screws we removed earlier and tighten the lid into place. Disconnect your positive battery terminal. Insert the terminal bolt through the ring connector at the end of the positive wire running from your FC1 fuse block and connect both your positive battery terminal and power wire back down to the positive battery terminal. Then reconnect your negative battery terminal and go back through and zip tie all of your wiring to the factory looming, making sure that it's up and out of the way of any and all moving parts or hot engine components.
And there you have it, folks. Now, if adding a 12-volt accessory fuse block to your Slingshot is on your mod list, Head over to slingmods.com or click the link in the description below to grab one for yourself. Make sure to like and subscribe so you can keep getting cool content like this. I'm Jen, and we'll see you out on the road.